Welcome everyone back to the channel. My name is Shelby, aka 88 Fox, and it is a cold day in Texas, which some of y'all laugh about that, but yeah, it's pretty chilly. But today we are going to continue working on the Courier. So via the last update we had, managed to get the motor mount plates, everything done, but my angle on my transmission is off a little bit, so I'm going to grind this down. I'm going to reinforce this plate over here with another plate stacked on top of it, and then we're going to get to doing some cutting and some cleaning and some welding. So I'm going to cut this piece out up to the firewall, plate it in. Gonna see what I can do about that side. I'm not too sure yet, since I already got that motor mount in there, mount in there, but we might have to put like an angled piece or something in there, but we'll get to it, figure it all out. Then after that, we're gonna just start cleaning some stuff up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start fresh and just cut all this off, cut it out. Got most of the brake line stuff already off, so we'll be redoing all the brake lines, redoing all that. Take out this original battery box because I don't like it and I don't need it. And then we're just gonna completely clean up this engine bay, hit up any little holes that might need to be taken care of, and then we're gonna paint this puppy, paint the engine bay. So I might try to straighten this stuff out. I don't know if I want to do that just yet because you know, motor's got to go in and out here a couple times. I got this fly messing with me. Then I'm not worried about the front end right now. I've got some problems where, like, if you see right here, I had a bolt that sheared off, so I got to drill that out and retap it. Let's see, none of these bolts came out for the headlight. Man, this fly is just killing me. And I got another sheared bolt right there and a couple other places as well. So I've got some cosmetic work to do, but not super worried about the front end right now. I do, however, want to start tearing out this dash. But before I can tear this dash out, I got to get this door open. I don't know what's wrong with it. I tried from the inside a couple times to get it done, but we'll see. I'll figure out how to get that open. We'll work on taking the interior out and should be good. But again, first things first, we're gonna go ahead and start cleaning up this engine bay, doing some cutting, doing some welding, doing some grinding, and then hopefully by the time we're said and done with, this engine bay will actually look pretty good and pretty clean. So that's step one. Lots of flap disc work gonna happen. So yeah, might as well quit talking and get started. Okay, we did a lot of grinding, a lot of cutting, a lot of smoothing, and now I'm ready to put these plates in. I just cut some plates, tacked them in real quick so I could see if they were what I wanted to. Yeah, so I'm gonna weld those in, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and do like I was saying and put another plate on top of this one and weld that in, and that way that can just be done. Then I can just focus on cleanup. So gonna just go ahead and knock that out and clean up my crappy welds and just make sure that they get burned through, and then we'll be mostly done with that. So yeah, we'll return once this is completed. All right, so I got done what I wanted to get done. I got the plates welded in on the top and the bottom, so that's good. I did mess up on this side and I've got a gap there. I don't know how I'm gonna fill it yet. I'm gonna talk to my buddy who's an actual fabricator and ask him. But we'll see. Might just have to stick a strip of metal in there and weld it on both sides, but also I don't think it'll make a difference because I just didn't want any holes at the top because that's where water can seep in. So then I got this plate put on to the top for the motor mount extension. If you notice, the holes are smaller here, or small, big, big, small, and then they're both small on that side. The reason is because I can't remember offhand. I guess I could go look at pictures. Actually, that's what I'm going to go do. But I couldn't remember offhand which way I had this turned for the stud and then the little, I don't know, little hold down piece, right? Because I know that I had this one backwards. So I'm going to have to go look at pictures and make sure which one is which, and then drill it out and go from there. I wish I would have thought about that a little while ago so I could have just fixed it, but whatever, here we are. Okay, so now kind of the part that is going to be a little bit more fun, I think, because it's actually going to show something getting done. Words are hard, sorry. I'm going to go ahead and get this cut off, cut all these little brackets off, cut this off, and start cleaning this bad boy up under the hood. So pretty excited for that. And then of course, like I said, I still need to get that door going, but I want to do this first, start cleaning it out, see what it looks like with a lot of this crap removed, and then go from there. So we shall return. We are back, and there is a lot less under the engine bay. I don't know how these were put together, but it's weird. It's like, it's not a rivet, but it's some kind of like tack that was put on there. And they're really strong. So however that was done, I'm going to kind of research it a little bit and figure it out, because I really like how that was put together. But I got everything cut and grinded down. So cleaned up a lot of the engine bay. I think what I want to do next is keep grinding. So I'm gonna clean all this off, remove the wiper motor and all that, and then pull the clutch and wait, what is that? Yeah, the clutch cylinder, since I'm gonna be replacing that anyways. The master cylinder, move all these hoses, get all this out of the way. So I can get all of this cleaned up, because what I really want to do is I just want to get all of this cleaned up, get all of the burrs and stuff picked up, and then sand it, and then go ahead and paint it. Like, I want to paint the entire engine bay, the frame down here and everything, and then also this portion that's under the hood too. That way I can just be done with it, and then, you know, later on if I have to do some touch-ups, we can do that. But it's going to be something that's just going to continue to bother me even if I don't end up painting the whole truck at this point in time, I at least want to get this engine bay cleaned up. That way I can pop the hood and, you know, it's nice, it's clean, everything's in there. And then it just gives me a little bit more opportunity to put things where I want it and not have to mess with it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up this engine bay, then we'll sand it, prime it, paint it, and be done with it. And yeah, I'm gonna rattle can it, so sorry. I'm not a professional, don't have a professional paint setup here, but we'll do pretty good. So it's all about the prep, right? Any of you painters would know that, so as long as it's prepped right, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. I think we're just gonna go with like a just a black, just a matte black or something, but get this knocked out. So that's the new plan. Well, the continuation of the plan, and yeah, we'll continue knocking it out. So gonna remove other stuff and then carry on. Cool, so we took the master and slave cylinder out, cleaned up a couple more spots where there was, you know, just stuff like this that I need to get done. And I was sitting here trying to figure out how I wanted to go about trying to sand it. I was talking to a buddy and he was like, well, why don't you just get a what do you call it, a sandblaster, and do it that way. Well, I thought they were expensive. Apparently they're not, at least at Harbor Freight. So I went and got me a little abrasive blaster kit, and there's 50 pounds of glass beads in there, and I also got me a little ultrasonic cleaner as well. Obviously nothing, you know, industrial strength, but I'm gonna hook it up, see if I can, you know, get this engine bay cleaned up. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do it in here, but if it's just like crazy and there's just shit flying everywhere, I'll back up the old 88 Fox and we will just roll it outside and go from there. So yeah, I'm gonna hook this up and see how it works. I've never sandblasted or abrasive blast anything before, so learning experience for me, but y'all get to ride along with for the journey. So let me get everything hooked up and then we will get started. All right, so I did a little bit on it right there. It does make a mess, but it's not a big enough mess to where I think I need to go outside because I need to clean up all this crap anyways. Problem is I don't think it works as well as I was hoping. And I think it's mainly due to my very undersized Harbor Freight compressor sitting over there, because almost immediately, once I get started, it wants to run the compressor. So I don't think it's a tool's fault. I think it's just a crappy compressor, but I'll give you a little show anyways. So I'm gonna put on my respirator because you know, safety first. I'm gonna put on some safety glasses because the shit does fly pretty good. So yeah, let's see. So I will just try this rust spot right here. Well, let me get a better camera angle on it, sorry. All right, so there's an example It does work. Oh, let me get the stuff off. It does work, but not really as good as I want to. And we're already using quite a bit of stuff for it. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to attack this with the wire wheel and get as much of it off as I can. And then we'll go back to like the crevices and stuff that I can't hit and utilize the blaster there. So that's the plan. That's what we're going with. And yeah, let's do it. Well, I hope you get the idea of what I'm trying to do here. There's this side versus that side. Still got more wire wheeling I want to do, and using the sand blaster or abrasive blaster. A little bit more, clean up a little bit more of this side. Get this side and then the firewall done as well. And then I'm not going to worry about the frame at this point in time. Well, okay, I lied. I'm going to do the first, at least down to here, right, of the frame. Eventually I'll need to pop the whole cab off and completely redo the frame, but for now I want to at least get it cleaned up to where my motor mount stuff, my motor mount mounts, I guess you call it, don't get rusted. So it's actually about 7 p.m. where I'm at right now in Texas. So I'm gonna run to the hardware store and grab some paint so I can get some primer so I can get at least the inside of this engine bay primered after I get done with all this, because I'm gonna try to do this all tonight. So I'm gonna take a break, go do that, and then we're gonna get back to, I'm also gonna see if I can find another wire wheel run by the Tractor Supply, and see if I can get a little bit more of this knocked off. I'm not concerned with getting it completely stripped down, I just really want to get all this rust off. So there's still a little bit right here. Every time that you saw sparks, maybe you saw it in the time lapse, I don't know, I didn't review it, but every time you saw sparks, that was me hitting rust. So got to get all the rust off before I paint. But at least there's no like holes or anything. Everything's pretty solid under here. So I'll let my camera charge while I go do all that, and then I will return. Once I return, I'll probably show you at the point that I want to start painting or priming or whatever I'm going to do. I'm going to have to tape a lot of stuff off. I'm just going to go ahead and tape this off for now. I'm not worried about cleaning all that up at the moment. I still need to remove some of this stuff and figure out what I need. I know this is the original speedometer, so I know I don't need that, but I don't know what this is offhand. So I think that's actually the hood latch. So maybe so. But we'll deal with that part later. I just want to get this basic engine bay area cleaned up and painted so that I can you know, put the motor in there, or so that it looks decent enough for me to put the motor in there. I'll probably then go ahead and just lift the whole vehicle up and get under that transmission tunnel as well, so I don't have to mess with it again. But that's where we're at. That's where we're gonna stop at for now, and then I will return shortly. So here's where we're at. We got this side, that firewall, and this side done. Also got this side over here. Did a little bit more troubleshooting on the little media blaster, and my assumption is that I just, again, have too small of a air compressor, which gives me an excuse to get a better air compressor. But for now, it is what it is. It was really nice to use it in some of those spots and crevices that I couldn't get a disc into. So this is where we're at. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna tape off what I can, and then try to gingerly prime this engine bay, and then go from there. So the goal is to get it primed, get it ready to go, and then do some cleanup down here, and then just paint all that's open metal. So that's the goal. Yeah, eventually one day I'll actually take the body off, like I said, and get a real paint job and so on done with it. But man, there's just so much that's wrong with this thing. This is just realistically temporary. Yeah, big project, but it'll look cool with the wide engine bay, so that's what we're gonna shoot for, and then I'll return once that is done. Well, there is the first coat. So not perfect job, but it's a starting point. I don't have any more paint, so what I'm gonna do is get some more paint, then I'm gonna put a second coat over everything, and then I will go ahead and start sanding it. Sand it down, try to make it smooth, and then we'll probably go with a black inside. I'm not sure yet exactly what I want to do, but just did not have enough paint to keep going. So unfortunately, the parts store only had one can. This is not the final product, so bear with me. But definitely looks better than that, right? So we'll go ahead and do that and keep booking along. But the problem is it's too late. It's already dark outside. Christmas lights are on. So there's where we're at for now. Still looks way better than it did. So here we are. This is the final product. So all black, semi-gloss black, or whatever you want to call it. Obviously, kind of like I said earlier, this isn't the final version of it, but this is what we're going to do for now. Version 2, once I get everything up and running, and we're going to pull the body off, or the cab off, and the bed off, and completely redo it, go all the way through it and so on. But just for the you know, wanting to get it up and running and going, this is what it's going to look like for now. So went ahead and I spent probably 3 hours cleaning after I did that second coat of primer, cleaning, sanding, getting it just kind of nice. It's not the smoothest, but again, it'll work for now. And then spent quite a bit of time cleaning up down here where I had my motor mount welds and stuff in, and also on the frame just in this area. And then I got frame paint, and then just went kind of crazy at it, and then just went ahead and painted the entire rest of the engine bay. So that is it for this. So I was going to do a little bit more in this video, but I have to go out of town for a week, so I am going to go ahead and wrap the video up here. So next time I am going to start digging into the TDI, going to take the motor or transmission off, adapter plate and all that good stuff, and put the actual clutch assembly, pressure plate, you know, flywheel, all that good stuff in. And then we've got to do, I've got oil filter relocation kit that I need to put in. I need to just do a major cleaning overhaul of the actual motor itself. I got a new timing chain set, and gonna try to get this all wrapped up as far as the motor goes. Get everything put back. Still got to notch this out a little bit more, get everything put back together, and then we're going to put it in the Courier. Hopefully get the drive shaft done at that point in time as well. And then it'll be on to cleaning out the interior. So I think I mentioned it earlier, but I got to get that door open. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it will not open. So I got to get that done. And then start pulling out the gauges and different stuff. Gonna go ahead and pull out the whole interior, clean it up, and then I've got some patching I got to get done on the body itself. We'll see if we're gonna do that. I don't know yet. May just roll with it for now, and then get prepped to wire this thing. So wiring it up, hopefully get it up and running. I still got to do all my brake lines, fuel system. There's a lot of stuff. I also got some Mazda 2nd gen front rotors or front disc brake assembly that I'm going to be putting on it. I think it's back here. Let's see if we can go. Yep, so got to clean all that up, put that all together. Obviously put new ball joints upper and lower on there, but we will have disc brakes on the front of this at least for now. We'll figure out something later for the rear. We'll just keep them drums for now, but it is what it is. Yeah, so lots of work still to come, lots more updates coming, but I think especially compared to how this looked at the beginning of this video, I can say that this is a major difference. So cool. All right, so with that, make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment, all the good things, and we will see you next time. Peace.